Hello, we are discussing about GATE 2005 ECE paper, and this question is related to analog circuits. The effect of current shunt feedback in an amplifier is A. To increase the input resistance and decrease the output resistance. Okay. B, C, D are going to be other options with respect to Ri and R0, that is input and output resistances with feedback. What happens to Ri and R0 with current shunt feedback? Okay. So first of all, you must know what is meant by a feedback. Feedback is going to be a process of taking a sample of output and mixing that at input side such that the effective input is going to be modified to improve the performance of the amplifier. Without feedback, the performance of the amplifier is not optimum. We can get the optimum performance by introducing negative feedback. So this feedback is going to be a process of taking a sample of output and mixing it at the input side such that the effective input is going to be modified so that the performance of the amplifier is going to be improved. Okay, this is what the general block diagram. This is what we can say it as general block diagram of negative feedback amplifiers. Okay, look at this one. So here it is. This is what basic amplifier. If you consider this can be treated as basic amplifier. For basic amplifier, you can say it as this is X0 is nothing but output and Xi is going to be input. So X0, Xi are going to be basic amplifier input and outputs. Okay. If you consider only basic amplifier, it has not the desired characteristics. It doesn't have any desired characteristics, so that we must introduce feedback to improve the performance. For that one, we are taking a sample of outputs, that is nothing but you are taking this is what the output, you are giving it to the feedback network. Entire output is going to be available over here. If it is X0, you are also making X0 over here. So out of this one, a part of output is going to be chosen by using this feedback network, and this is what you are going to get it as beta times of X0, which you are considering it as XF. XF is nothing but feedback signal. Okay, amount of output signal, a portion of output signal, a sample of output signal is taken at the input side, taken back to the input side, and it is mixing over here. This is source signal is nothing but it will be treated as XS, and you are choosing that one. Negative feedback is nothing but the effective input signal Xi is going to be reduces. Okay, this is plus, it is minus, so XS minus XF will be treated as Xi. So this is the general block diagram of negative feedback system. Out of that one, there are four important parameters. One is X0. Okay, one is X0. The others are going to be XS, XF, and Xi. These are the four different parameters. Out of this one, X0 can be either voltage or current. XS, XF, Xi are also either can be voltage or currents. Okay, and these three has to be of same quantity. XS, XF, Xi, they must be of same quantity, because then only they can be mixed up. If some are going to be voltage, some are going to be currents, you cannot mix up. So that all parameters XS, XF, Xi must be of same category, and X0 can be of same or different category, it doesn't matter. Okay, and this is the point where you are going with. Here you are going to take a sample of output. We are going with a network called as sampling network. Sampling network. This sampling network is going to be choosing a part of outputs, so that can be connected to the input side, where input side the feedback signal is mixed with source signal such that effective input signal Xi is going to be gets modified. So this is going to be treated as mixing network. Okay, this sampling and mixing networks are going to be depend on the signal types. Okay, though the type of feedback can be identified by using this one, feedback. There are four different types of feedbacks. They depends on the type of mixing as well as type of sampling. So this is at mixing side, and it is off, we are going with the sampling side. Sampling is nothing but it is related to output side, that is it is related to the output node, and mixing implies nothing but it is related to the input node. Remember that one. Okay, input side of amplifier, output side of amplifier. So this can be of two types. This can be of two types. This is called as either it can be of series mixing or it can be of shunt mixing. Series mixing implies nothing but the parameters XS, XF, XI, XS, XF and XI all are going to be off. Okay, series mixing implies nothing but all must be of voltages, because voltages in series they can be either added up or subtracted. Whenever the voltages are in parallel, they cannot be summed up, they will be always at the same value. In parallel, voltages will be same, that we know. So that if it is series mixing, if you want to connect them in series, at that time they must be of voltage nature. Remember that one. They must be of voltage nature. And if it is shunt mixing type, okay, so by that time XS, XF, XI they must be of currents. Currents can be divided, that is nothing but either added up or subtracted if they are in parallel. In series currents must be same, that we know. So shunt mixing implies nothing but the input signals are of current type. Series mixing is nothing but the input signals XS, XF, XI are of voltage sides. Next, sampling. This sampling can be of two types. One is nothing but either voltage sampling or current sampling. Voltage sampling or current sampling. Voltage sample implies nothing but Xs. X naught is voltage nature. X naught is voltage. Whereas current sample implies nothing but X naught is current. Okay, remember that one. Based on this series and shunt mixing samplings, Ri and R0 values depends. So once you know this one, at that time, okay, you can say easily what happens to Ri and R0. In series mixing, input side mixing is going to be related to input node, that implies nothing but it decides RIF, what happens to input impedance with feedback. And sampling network is going to be depend on output node, so that it depends, it specifies R0F. R0F implies nothing but output resistance or output impedance with feedback. So here RIF is going to be increases, whereas RIF is going to be reduces in case of shunt mixing. In series mixing, input impedance increases, shunt mixing input impedance reduces. In voltage sampling, R0 is going to be decreases, and in current mixing, okay, in voltage sampling output impedance reduces, in current sampling output impedance increases. The question asked about the current shunt feedback. Current shunt feedback. Current shunt feedback implies nothing but first one is going to be related to output node and second one is related to the input node. So that implies nothing but it will be consisting of current sampling and series shunt mixing. Current sampling and shunt mixing. So current sampling is nothing but R0 increases. Shunt mixing is nothing but RIF is going to be R0F and RIF is going to be reduces. So output impedance increases and input impedance decreases. R0F increases, RIF decreases. Whenever input impedance or output impedance is increases or decreases, that will be always with the nature with the factor of A1 plus A beta. R0F increases is nothing but R0 is increases by 1 plus A beta times. Okay, without feedback, whatever the output resistance, that will be increases by 1 plus A beta times, that will be called as R0F. RIF implies nothing but without feedback the input resistance is Ri, that will be reduced by 1 plus A beta times. So Ri by 1 plus A beta is nothing but RIF. Okay, so you can write like this: R0F is equal to R0F is equal to R0 into 1 plus A beta, whereas RIF is equal to Ri divided by 1 plus A beta. Like this you can write. So the right answer for this question is RIF decreases and R0F increases. Okay. So increases the output resistance and decreases the input resistance. So the right answer is nothing but D for this question. Thank you.